Hey everybody, welcome back to Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions. I am John Santos. I'm the real Josh T, and I am your DM this evening. We are joined by four lovely, wonderful, and handsome people, and they starting with Mr. JnJake. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell people where they could find you if you want to, and
Hi,
and then just what's Vale's favorite animal?
my name is Jake. I don't want to tell you where you can find me, but if you're smart, I bet you can figure it out. And Vale is the character I play. He's an elven fighter warlock, and his favorite animal, I think it's too soon, but has to be his raven, Isla. I know she was Owla for a while, but that's because she got advantage on perception checks. But I think the raven thematically fits. Either way, let's say raven. Yeah. And then I'll tag itsevbo.
Hello, I'm Evbo, or Evan, or Evbo. And
Yes.
you can find me everywhere. Right under my face right now, I believe, should be at itsevbo. You can find me there pretty much everywhere. And once a quarter, roughly, on Twitch. But hopefully more than that going forward. I've just been very busy lately. So I play Echo, the Halfling Monk, who I love so very dearly. And I think Echo's favorite animal, it's probably Isla. It's probably Raven Isla.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, he really made a friend there, and Vale decided that it wasn't worth it no more. So, like, I get it, but
and me are different, and that was definitely a me thing.
okay, fine. Yeah, no, that's he's grown a soft spot for that little raven. So yeah, kick it over to how about to Izzy?
Hello. I don't know if you guys can see me okay, but I'm Izzy, and I play Melly. And her favorite animal is definitely a cow. 100%.
Love to see.
Which means next up is Michael.
I'm Michael, Master Yoda. I play Mac, the Halfling Rogue. And his favorite animal, it's not an animal, it's a cockroach. That's what we're going with, and that's what his favorite animal is.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Oh,
It's
man.
funny because I was gonna say favorite insect, and then I said animal will require less thought, but you still went with an insect, which was great.
You know, it's just what, like, he bucks the rules just a little bit, and it's a cockroach.
It makes sense, they lurk in the shadows, they're quick, they survive. I respect it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, announcements, right? Really, only announcements that we might have are probably some things that we did recently, which I think Jake could probably tell you about.
Sure. Last week we were not active here in this game, but we still played D&D. We did a one-shot. The wizard named Roz. I ran a one-shot for Josh and Evan. It was a lot of fun. And there were no puns at all in the making of that game. So if you watch that, you can expect to not see puns or anything like that, because that's not what I'm about or who I am. And then I also, this last week, continued the How to Run a Dragon of Icespire Peak series with the Loggers Camp quest. The next one will probably be the Mountain Toe. Forget, it's the weird one with the weird. It's one of the adventures that I really was hoping that my players wouldn't choose, and they didn't, and I was so proud of them for not. But I have a feeling Josh may join me on this series pretty soon, but we'll see how that goes and how we work out all those details. And then another thing that could be a thing, if you notice on the bottom of the sponsor bar there, next to my website ttrpgoverlay.com, you have michaelgelfi.com. So we have more music that we can use, and it's by Michael Gelfi, who is a Swiss composer. Actually won an Emmy. I don't fully understand what that means, but I know it's impressive. You can find him on, obviously, the website and Patreon and YouTube. And that's that's what I have to say about announcements today. And also, if you're watching this video on YouTube, just hit the like button. There you go. How about that?
There we go.
Back to you, Josh.
How about that? What do you think I'm drinking tonight?
The last time you told us it was really weird concoction.
I'm glad you asked, Jake.
It looks like dirty tea.
I'm gonna say kombucha with some gasoline.
There it is. Straight fire.
This is
High octane.
juice of a lemon, juice of a lime, the rest of the coffee that I made from this morning, and tonic water, and a little bit of simple syrup.
Stop putting citrus in your coffee. Don't do that. It's illegal.
Yeah, like some people put a
promise.
little lemon
Terrible.
rind with their espresso, like a little garnish.
It's good. Look,
People do it.
first time I ever had something like this, it was from it was at Coffee Con in Brooklyn, which they don't do anymore, I don't think. I wish they did because it was incredible. You just walked around little booths and got little cups of espresso and cold brew and whatever all day. But somebody had, it was espresso and tonic water and orange, and it was incredible. And,
By any chance, are they not doing it anymore because there was a record number of hospitalizations due to due to some heart
too much
issues?
caffeine?
Yeah.
I don't know about anyone else, but I know I went to church after, and I was literally like, my resting heart rate was over 120. I don't remember exactly what it
Oh,
was.
that's so
and
not
I was
good.
just dying in the chair.
Oh,
I
Josh.
was like,
You also let
but-
someone tase you at work a few years ago.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I'm not
because
driving.
it was funny.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Somebody had to do it. But anyway, so only other thing, which I'm sure you all already know by now, clip your favorite moments. If you think it was funny that Jake just said that I got tased, well, one, you can go on my Instagram, you can find a video of it, but two, you can clip that moment and, you know, it'll be like, hey, remember that time Josh got tased? It was funny. You know, and we'll do that, and we'll look back at it and we laugh, and we have a little section in our Discord where you could throw it in there, and then you know, we could all talk about the stupid and funny moments or anything like that. If I say bonus attaction instead of bonus action,
Yeah.
you could
It's happened before.
Clip it, throw it in there. It's happened multiple times before. But with that out of the way, I think we could probably get into the recap, unless anybody has anything else. Anybody have anything else? Anybody? No, nothing. Okay, all right then. Cool. Yeah, better not confuse me with any fake Josh T's out there. If I see you confusing me with any fake Josh T's out there, then I'm gonna be sad. So, okay. So, where did we leave off? We last left off. I don't know why, but I really had the urge to make someone else do it.
I'll do
But
it.
do you want to do it?
I could try, but I'll just read my notes exactly as they are, and everyone will be really upset about it.
Well, all right. I'll say this:
It
if
could be
you
awesome.
want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, I do remember where we left off. I was just being funny. So,
You know what? Go ahead.
Okay. Next week, I'm coming for you, Evan. Okay. Last time on Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions, we had our group of adventurers who had been hanging out at the house of Oscar. House, business, all kind of one the same, really. So Evan, or Echo rather, had been working on this box, and he finally got this puzzle box open, and when he opened it, there's a blank page as well as some loose tea. And it was kind of like these little buds, everything, not a lot, really, only enough for one little cup. So he drank the tea and was transported elsewhere, whether it was a vision or whether he was actually somewhere astral, something, whatever. He was face to face with Master Dinawal. So he had a conversation with him. He spoke to him about what had happened. He asked him if the members of the organization could be trusted, and as far as he knows, yes, they can be trusted. And excuse me, he also was given a little bit more information that there was more to the organization than he knew about. There was a next step to go deeper in that most people involved in the service of Ioun are not aware of. Something that Master Dinawa was in this next level. He told him that he needs to make the pilgrimage to Rixentrum to visit the library of the Cobalt Soul, and in there he will find a book which will give him directions or a next step or something to enter this next level or find this place or whatever that may be. So with this new information, hopefully Echo a little bit more chipper. Hopefully, I don't know. Set off. They went back to the Temple of Ioun. Had a conversation with Ricky Tan. That was my
Ricky
brother's
Ticky
screen name for a
Tabby.
long time. They had a conversation. They had a conversation with Ricky, trying to get more information about the potential, the source of Vale's power, his patron. They bounced a couple ideas off of each other. Ricky gave them his theories as to what might be and what was going on. I believe Echo found a dulcimer from Master Dinawa, as well as some money, and that's mostly it. From there, the group is ready to set out and either head to Rixentrum or do whatever it is that these wild and crazy guys do. The only thing that I didn't mention because it didn't happen last week, is way back, really like 5 days ago, Mac assassinated a leader in the Dwendalian Empire.
Did a great job of it too. I do say so myself.
You did an excellent job of it, and it there really probably wouldn't be anything leading back to you guys except for the fact that the rest of the group's plan was to heal this person, which didn't work. So now they're all kind of high profile and being chased by this Inquisitor from the Dwendalian Empire. So now, with their journey and with their task of going to the capital city of the Dwendalian Empire, is a little bit more complicated. But I'm sure you'll find a really fun way to navigate that. So I will take you back to the office of Master Dinawa in the Temple of Ioun by Seistil. And I believe that Vale and Mac have just returned. Mac still in disguise? Yeah, Mac's still in disguise. Yes, okay. Yes. What? A lot of the time when we start off these sessions, I usually ask, like, what is this person thinking? And I don't think I've asked Mac recently. So, Michael, if you could let us into Mac's brain for a moment, if you feel like it, if you feel comfortable sharing it. What's Mac's take of everything that's going on right now? Where is he at right now, as you're walking back into this room with your new information and your new task?
I mean, he's just ready to go. Like, he doesn't... He kind of feels like this is a little too tough. Like, this is getting heady. Like, we're going after gods, basically. And that is intimidating him a little bit. Like, I know that he's talked a good game about what he plans on doing and whatnot, but he's worried. Like, he's like, this is out of my league.
Yeah.
Now, would he actually ever admit that? No. But that's chilling in the back of his head right now.
Cool. That's
Very
very cool
understandable.
to get behind the curtain there. Yeah, definitely. All right. So as Vale and Mac enter the room, you see Echo and Melly. Echo and Melly. You see Vale and Mac. So who talks first? You talk first. I talk first. Or...
I think Vale would. You said you first or us first?
No, I said the worst.
The worst. Okay. Vale would share like an overview of their conversation with Ricky, like just about. Josh, correct me if I'm missing something. Just how there really isn't enough evidence to be conclusive, whether it's Vecna, Tharizdun, or even what's behind curtain number 3. But Ricky also did say, like, if you use this power to do good things and or the inside track for inside information, that could prove to be very useful in a very crucial time.
Yeah, that was absolutely his opinion on the subject.
I think as Vale is saying that, just because we could make that a little quicker, he has like he looks like he's considering it, and he looks a little disappointed at that, but yeah. But he's still very pensive. He's got his Vale thinking face on.
So, Brain, what are we gonna do today?
I'm just gonna. Don't fear the silence.
Yeah, I think I guess Echo would probably be the one to kind of see how everyone's doing, if they're feeling ready to go, because he would be there was a bit of a moment trying to figure out how exactly, like, how to angle the dulcimer to get it into the bag of holding, and making sure that the money got into the bank of Melly, and that little piece of mosaic tile he ends up putting in one of his like vest pockets, like right to be close to his heart, just something to try to keep him grounded. But I think he would straighten his vest out after kind of having everything in place, and tightening up the straps on his little bag, and he would take a moment and look at his vest, and then just because he's enjoying it, it would slightly higher in quality, and then change, if this is permissible, to match the look of his other vest, where it kind of came down in the back, that sort of like long-tailed vest that almost looks like a robe, come like around the feet. So you would see it just almost like a scroll unfolding from the bottom, just, and then the bottom would kind of flutter out, and then these little like gold filigrees would go around the edges, and you'd see I would say a sight that has not been seen in a little bit, but Echo actually looks pretty like contented. He looks like happy and kind of ready to move, whereas for a while I think a lot of these moments have been like, all right, like, let's do this, like, okay, but now he's got a new sense of purpose, I think, is a good way to look at it. They would straighten everything out, and then seeing the robe come out, seeing his vest come out exactly the way he was imagining it, he just kind of like shakes his head a little bit and smiles, pushes his little specs back up his nose as they've dropped slightly. Take a deep breath, and then say to the rest of the group, we finally have a direction, somewhere else to go. How's everybody feeling? I know you said that you'd be willing to travel with me, but I really would understand if any of you didn't want to come.
There's no
If
way
you
that.
think you're going anywhere without us,
Can you
You're
turn back to Mac,
mistaken.
please? I don't like that. Like he absolutely like forgets and has like ah.
all right, I'll switch back to Mac.
That really does mean a lot, though, friends. I couldn't possibly ask for any better traveling companions. Or friends. Or family.
I think, Evan, do you think Master Dina's office has an outside window somewhere in it?
Absolutely.
I think Vale was kind of absentmindedly just looking out at there, but when you say that, he just turns and has a little bit of a sad smile. But seeing as like that's the look that when it first hits Echo, but very quickly, it doesn't look like he's trying to hide something. It actually looks like a genuine he genuinely feels good about your demeanor there, and he just says, "Well, there's nowhere else I'd rather be either, and even if I was going in another direction, Rex and Trim would have been a stop along the way, so." Kind of shrugs, but
He'll smile to that and
I'm not gonna
not
lie.
agree.
Rexitrim has never been on my list to go to, unless I was gonna be taking out the Emperor. But
If you
wherever
don't-
you're going, I'm gonna be there and help.
If you don't mind holding off on any assassinations until we're done doing what we're doing, that would be appreciated.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to. I'm not trying to bring any more attention than we've already got on us.
Hal just says, "But the Emperor is an interesting thought, isn't it?" He just looks to see Echo's reaction. Echo and Millie, actually.
He just kind of does one of those like stressed, like can't like reflexively kind of closes his eyes, almost like he's got indigestion or something.
If either of you look at Vale, you tell immediately he's not serious.
Yeah, Mally will definitely look at Vale and just be like, oh. Just like a very bewildered look.
And you just kind of see Mac, though, nodding as like,
Cut off the head of the snake. Yeah. Well, before we head out, do we need to get anything? I don't know. Melly, do you need any spell components? I don't think I need any right now. Or
Actually, there are a few things that I could use to pick up if we have time.
you did ask Oscar for, was it a crystal ball or something like that?
Yes, something along those lines, a crystal ball or some sort of mirror. There was also the possibility of a font, but I don't know how practical that is for traveling.
All right. Well, Josh, I forget where our spell slots are? I think I need
You
to
know,
do.
I have heard of these new scrying bird baths that they've been creating
Be the
recently.
pensive.
That would be kind of cool. I don't know if they have them here, but
If
Good.
I feel like something like that sounds like it should be in Oscar's shop. but I would be very happy to look around.
Traveling around the city, I can keep us invisible for an hour, and then I need an hour to recover my strength. But Josh, I don't know how long we've been here at the temple, if it counts as a short rest or not. I think before we leave, it would be good to make sure we qualify.
Yeah, we could call it a short rest. And as far as I know, you used invisibility on Echo and disguise self on yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I had two marked off, so maybe I put one in the ring.
So you made Melly invisible too.
Okay. Oh, so then I probably used the ring and
the
yeah, like what
the
we did
one in
last
the
time.
ring went. You know, it didn't work.
Gotcha. Either way, I did burn 2 slots. That's what that was. But the ring is empty.
Not empty. There's no invisibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Of course.
I'll also say Echo there's something that he would like to do probably before we started doing shopping stuff. Just because it's something that might take like an hour or so. So he would like to start before all that happens and then kind of meet up with everyone else and then stop back there by the end. So he would just let everybody know that he was going to try to run over to the blacksmith.
Interesting.
all right,
Yes.
would you like company?
If you like, but it may take a short time, so
Well, is the blacksmith conveniently located near the spell component shop?
I believe that it is directly next door to Melchior and Melanie's mystical markdown merchandise of mighty magics, minute memorabilia, marvelous minutia, melodious machinery, mysterious miscellany, and mums for Mother's Day.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It is. It is, in fact. And you could give yourself inspiration for that.
Yes. Yes.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
That was a group effort, but I'll take
city
the
ordinance.
inspiration.
City ordinance is a city ordinance.
And of course, it's just Bob's blacksmith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. I mean, so what? I guess 2 questions. What's the goal? Do we want to RP this, or do you guys just want to say like, are the things there, and how much do they cost?
Are the things there and how much do they cost?
Yeah, I
The
think I set that
blacksmith
list.
thing may require a small RP just because of what it entails, but
Sure.
it's not absolutely necessary.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. So we were looking for a ball or a mirror or a font or a
Yep.
ball or like, what's the preference, Izzy?
I guess we'll do the ball. The crystal ball.
Okay.
I really want that font, but it's okay. Can't really travel with that.
Every time she takes it out of the bag of holding, it just makes a mess.
That would be so great, though.
But you'd have to make the holy water again.
Oh, that's true. Well, unless like it had like a little cap, but let's stay on task. So how much is, I guess let's look for a crystal ball and the silver mirror, and whichever one is more affordable. So
Okay. Roll a d20, and what do you think you should roll for shopping? What skill?
for shopping,
Mm-hmm. Could be persuasion, could be arcana because it's for that kind of stuff. Could be
let's
investigation.
definitely do persuasion.
Okay. Yeah, roll me persuasion.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay. Jake, roll me a d6.
Oh my. 6.
6?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, they have the crystal ball, and then they also have the font. The ball is for 1,000 gold pieces. The font is 850. They're having a sale on it because it's too big to carry around.
But
Can I
it's
fit it
worth
in-
over 1,000, right?
That is important for the
it's
spell component. Yeah.
yeah, no, its value is what you need it to be. Either of them will work. One of them is marked down for the inconvenience because they've been seeing less people buy it because, you know.
Will it fit in the bag of holding?
Not easily, but yeah, it'll fit in the bag of holding. I mean,
Cask
all right,
of beer
well,
can, right?
I'm gonna say, like, you're not. I don't think you would take the bag of holding and like try to get it in there in the middle of the story. I don't think they would be happy about that. But like looking at it, you're pretty sure you know you've done worse. You know you.
All right. Well, I think everyone knows what I'm going to do. We're getting the font.
Okay.
yes.
Just subtract 850 gold pieces from the party fund.
So is that like Helvetica new
Boo.
times new Empire?
Nice.
That was actually a good joke.
That was alright.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
okay.
that was actually good.
That was okay. Womp womp.
Was there anything else?
If they have had a disguise or some other disguise-like magical item, is something I would be interested in seeing if they have it.
They said that they don't have any hats, but there is a store named Holly's Hats, Helms,
Yes.
and Horned Headpieces
Yes.
that might have something.
Yes. I would check that out.
Okay. All right.
Well
Also potions. If there's any potions available.
Is there any potion that you'd specifically be looking for, or just you just kind of want to see?
Don't think Vale has any healing potions, so we'd like to have at least one, and then just anything else that might be cool. I don't know if you guys have references or thoughts on that.
Well, Michael, roll me a d10.
One.
1? Alright.
Just had a run on potions.
Yeah, they don't have as many potions as you'd expect. They have a potion of animal friendship, potion of comprehension, a potion of invisibility.
A potion of eventual urination. That's so good.
Wait, was that in
Only.
chat? I didn't...
Yeah, he put it in
Oh,
chat.
nice. That's great.
Animal friendship, comprehension. And then I'm
They
sorry.
do have healing potions of just regular healing potion, and then the step above healing potion as well. Those they have a few of each. Like it's not like there's only one.
Mm.
And then they have a potion of advantage as well.
I would be interested in all of them at the right price. So what are we? Just because they sound interesting to me.
Right.
It's one of those things. Who's like, hey, I got this thing here that I forgot about a year ago. And it's clutch later on. I don't know if I'm gonna buy all of them, but just curious.
Sure.
Was healing is what, 50? Was it 250?
Yeah, the
for
regular
greater?
ones are, I believe, are 50. Sorry, I'm just
Sounds about right.
pulling this up in yield DMG.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that? Magic items, I think. I
Just
can
search
that
for it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the regular one is 50.
Okay, I think Vale can cast comprehend languages, so I don't think he's interested in the comprehension one.
Okay.
But you said a healing one is 50, so I'll buy that for sure.
Okay. All right.
And-
So you have one healing potion for 50 gold.
And I'll buy the greater as well. Even
okay,
if it's just
yeah.
even if it's not me, it's someone else, and that's good.
Sure. Yeah. We'll unless you see the cost for that one, we'll call it 100 gold.
Okay. I don't see it.
Don't want potion of comprehension. Potion of invisibility is 5. Well, actually, it's 10,000 gold.
Pretend. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Hold off on that. You said 1 or
Okay.
150 for the greater.
100.
So it's okay. So I thought 150 all day. I'll just do that.
Potion of animal friendship is 100 gold as well.
Hmm. I feel like I'd want to do that, but I know Mac can speak to animals, so I'm like, I don't know. I'll hold off on that too. I'll just buy the 2 healings. I
Okay,
think.
and potion of advantage is also 100 gold.
That's it for Vale.
Okay. All right. So you have 2 healing potions worth 150 gold total. So just pop that out. Is that coming out of your personal fund or the party fund?
I subtracted it from me.
Okay. I just want to
Alright.
make sure we didn't do it twice.
Yes.
Because I'm a nice guy, you know?
And Mac is probably going to be interested at the blacksmith, I'm guessing. Maybe.
You said you were interested in the hats too, right? The hat store.
Yes.
Okay. So like as you walk in, you look around, there's all sorts of hats. There's, feathered hats, there's top hats, there's, baseball caps that are not called baseball. I don't know what they're called.
Kind of love that.
Sport ball.
Yeah, sport ball. There's all sorts of different types of hats. Anything that you could imagine, there's a hat for that. Essentially, it's actually written in like burned wood on a plaque on the wall. It says there's a hat for that. But
Sweet lid.
you see one that's kind of on a pedestal with a little like glass case around it. Like it's definitely fancy. It's something that they're proud of there. And it is labeled as a hat of disguise. It's more of a beret, honestly. But the price tag that it has on it is 300 gold.
Okay, Vale just looks at everybody like, we need. Oh, actually, okay. Can we confirm that it does what a normal hat of disguise does before?
I'll just say yes, it does
Yeah,
what
okay.
a normal hat of disguise
Yeah.
does.
I think we really...
Again, if you guys if we want to RP this, I'm happy
Yeah.
to do that. I just don't want to bog you up on that
Yeah,
if you don't
yeah.
want to do it.
Yeah, I think we should buy this. I mean, it's like I can cast Disguise Self at will. This would let someone else do that, and Matt can do his dagger thing. We're wanted people heading into the capital of the Empire.
Yeah, I say let's do it.
All right. Is the party fund expense? Do we have that? Enough money for that? Otherwise, I'll pitch in or just buy it outright.
No, we
You guys
got it.
Okay.
Yeah. From the dragon fight alone, you guys made a good amount of gold.
Yeah, Vale could have bought it
Mhm.
himself, but I just
Yeah.
figured, yeah.
Mhm.
So probably Melly on that one, I would think, because Echo has his vest, and then the two of us have options already.
Yeah, if Melly doesn't have to be invisible, she would prefer that.
It seems like it, yes. All right, so then I think that's all I was interested in.
Okay. All right, perfect. Anybody else want a hat? No. No cool hats for anyone. Okay.
Robin Hood hat for Vale. Just
Melly,
lean into it.
I will say, in addition to the disguised self that you could do with it, you could also, like, it looks like a beret, but if you wanted to change what the hat looked like, you could do that too. At will.
Okay. Can she make it look like a headband or no?
Sure.
Okay, alright. Melly's wearing a headband now. Headband of disguise.
Nice. I like it. Okay, all right, so that will bring us to the blacksmith, and if anybody who's not at the blacksmith or doesn't have business at the blacksmith wants to do anything else, think of what you want to do and let me know when we're finished with this. So, I mean, you walk in, it's a wooden building. They don't actually do the smithing here. There's a secondary location that actually does that. They have a couple glass cases in the middle with various daggers and small blades and hand axes, that kind of thing. Some shields on the wall, as well as armor and various different lances and halberds and spears and things of this sort. And you see a stout elf-looking woman behind the counter, and he says, "Oh, hello, how can I help you today?"
Hello. And then trying to remember the name of the business. Bob.
I'm Bobby. This is my my store. I don't think I've ever seen you here before.
No, I haven't been here. I've lived here for quite some time, and I've heard the music of your hammers, and I haven't stopped in because normally this is not my sort of place, but I was curious if you might be able to make something for me. I don't imagine it would be exceptionally difficult, but I'm not sure if you do special requests.
Well, I suppose it depends on the request. What do you need?
Just a moment, and he'll you know what, I would think he would have probably fetched these items out maybe on the walk over, like maybe flipped his bag around the front and was kind of doing that weird thing, where you're wearing like a backpack on the front of your body. And so he pulls out the roughly 1 foot piece of his old staff and the spearhead that used to belong to it. Says, I wonder if you might be able to make something of these, even just some sort of long hilted dagger or short spear, whatever you might like to call it. Just something.
Well, it would take a bit of creativity, but I'm sure there's something I could make with it. Do you have any sort of preference? Are you more of a stabber or a slicer?
That's a good question. I hadn't thought of that. I think given that it's a spearhead,
Mac kind of nudges you and goes, "Slice or stabbing's better."
well, that's the direction that he was going. I think I was I think something more akin to a dagger would make sense. Something more for thrusting.
All right. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do something with it. When do you need it by?
Well, we were, and this is a difficult thing, and I do apologize, but we're going to be heading out of town shortly. This was something that I just I apologize for the short notice. It's just this, and
Is that a halfling joke?
And he looks at himself. Just, no, but yes, I suppose. But this, and he puts his hand on the piece of the staff. This was given to me by someone very special, and well, let's say I was careless and it broke, and I think it would do more honor to the person who gave it to me to continue to use it in its intended fashion. So, if there's anything you could do, I really would appreciate it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I'm sure I could do something with it. But how shortly are you leaving?
I think within the next few hours. And he kind of sheepishly, like, yeah, I know. Believe me, I understand. If this is something that cannot be done, I'll have to, and this is no offense to you, but I may have to figure it out down the road. It's just, since I've lived here, I think it would be nice to have something from here.
She's just like in thought, and you could tell she's doing like mental math. Just like starts like kind of mumbling to herself, like, well, if I leave now, then I would have to, and Jerry might be able to watch the store, and and she's like trying to like figure out how it would work. Roll persuasion.
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, that could be a lot worse. That's a 16. I only get a +1, so a 16's pretty good.
Okay, so she will just be like, all right, I can do something. It's going to take me at least 2 hours to do the work. I would say, my minimum charge for something custom is 30 gold. Once you add in the rush fee, typically if it's something you want it done in a few days, I would double it. This is instance, I would say I could do it for 85 gold.
It's a little rich for my blood. How about 100? And he'll smile.
Well, you've got a funny way of negotiating, but it's a deal.
And he'll lay down the 100, and then he'll. Yeah, no, that's it. He'll lay down the 100.
Are there any adornments or anything you'd like on it?
One moment, please. He'll. So are his friends in there with him?
It's up to you. Did you all go together, or did you kind of go, you know?
I think it could be believable that maybe Vale and Melly are figuring out the hat. I don't. So if you wanted a private moment, I think that's fine. At least.
I mean, Mac would have gone with you to the blacksmith, so he's probably around. But I would say that he could be browsing right now. Like,
Yeah, maybe they split off. They went to the hat store.
he's at the dagger counter right now, just kind of like looking over them all.
So I think to the question, he would look maybe body language at first, like he was gonna be like, no, that's fine, and then kind of have like a moment of pause, and then like turn around to look and see who was there, and then turn back around. And do you by chance have a quill or some paper, something I may be able to maybe have engraved?
Of course. She hands it to you.
Okay. So he writes two things on the paper, which I'm going to he's gonna write two things on the paper, which I'm going to DM to you separately.
You no good, dirty.
And he says these names. Could you do one on one side of the hilt and one on the other?
Of course.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Now, if you excuse me, I have to get started on something. So I have a very, very rushed order to work on. And she gives you a wink and heads out.
He smiles and gives her a deep, a very monk-like bow. Way like more proper than you've seen him do in a while. Just very sincere.
Cool. All right. So she has gone off to do her. Well, all right. I guess before that, did Mac need to buy anything, or?
I don't need to RP anything. I just want 2 good daggers.
Okay.
I just want more daggers.
All right. When you say good daggers,
I don't mean like I don't care about adornments and fancy. I just want like the 2 sharpest, slicingest daggers they've got.
Sure. So, are you looking for a regular dagger, or do you want something that would be like magic or silver or anything along those lines?
Do they have any magic daggers?
Yeah, they do have a few.
What have they got?
Not anything that's like dagger of the fallen lords, or like not anything like crazy like named or anything like that. Just kind of like +1,
I mean, I'll take. I mean, how much does a +1 dagger cost?
So, there's 2 of them. One is going for, one of them is going for 60 gold, and it is a regular +1 dagger. There's another one that looks a little bit bigger, and it's kind of like, it's got these almost like serrations on it. And that one is going for 100 gold, but it does a D6 instead of a D4.
I'll take both of them.
All right.
And can you throw in some sandpaper?
Some sandpaper.
Some
Sure.
sandpaper.
Yeah. They just throw it in just as oh, my 2 best customers of the day. Just whatever.
Pretty good day of business.
Yeah. You guys are making it rain.
Go.
Nice.
That's all Mac wanted.
All right. So just subtract the gold from your funds. unless you're using party funds.
No, this is my.
Sure. He steals, but he pays his own way.
We'll skim off the top. Makes it easier.
That, I mean, honestly, that jokes aside, that one purchase is probably more than any of the extra gold you might have taken without telling you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm just teasing.
Okay, all right. So you have done your things. You still have 2 hours before Bobby is finished with your blade. So you guys met back up. Anything else you would like to do in the meantime? Do you want to go back to the room? Do you want to get a salad? Whatever. Do you want to click the wait button 2 hours? Or...
Echo suggests that he would like to see if he can find his friend Jasper to say goodbye proper this time.
Sure.
No objection.
So that's the plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where would Echo go to find Jasper during the daytime?
It's daytime, so he imagines that Jasper would be probably. Wait, what time is it? Roughly.
Noon-ish, maybe, after
He's
all the
definitely still
shopping
asleep.
and research.
Yeah, he's probably still. Wait, actually, what day of the week is it? Is it the weekend? Just I can roll for it if you want.
Yeah. Why don't you roll for it? Roll.
What do you think? A D?
Either a D6 or a D8, whichever.
Let's do a D8. Oh God!
He's gonna get an 8. I know it.
I did get an 8, but I packed up my tower.
You got an 8? Okay,
yeah.
Jake, roll a D4.
It's 8th day.
Yeah,
1.
Yeah, it's 1. Okay.
Yeah.
It is. It's Sunday.
Okay, then 100% Jasper is nursing a hangover. So Echo would try to go to his house. Well, the place he's sleeping.
Sure. Now, do you bring along the whole group, or you go by yourself?
Echo, he would leave that up to them. Ask if they want to come say goodbye, or otherwise he would just go say bye.
I have nothing else better to do, so I feel like Vale would go.
I would definitely.
Then I would tag along as well.
All right, so we all go. Echo temporarily makes his vest less cool looking, less obvious.
Okay. Everybody. Is any are you in disguise or all that kind of stuff, or what's the?
Yeah, right now in any kind of public place, Vale is doing his disguise self thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Melly would have had to activate that. But I think she's not gonna make herself look too different, but she's gonna make it so it's from behind someone would think it was her, but when they turned her around, her facial features are different. So make her eyes a little bit further apart, change her eye color, make her nose a little crooked, stuff like that.
Sure.
Just mess with the
No
stars a little bit,
eyebrows. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
I think all Echo's gonna do. So technically, so it's a vest of many fashions that Echo is wearing. Can he make it have a hood?
Sure. That's a
'Cause
fashion.
it's technically a
isn't
cloak
it?
of, it's technically a cloak of many
Yeah.
fashions. So it's basically now just like a sleeveless coat. But yeah, he'll make it have a little hood, and it's kind of a boring color. Put the hood
Okay.
up.
What would you consider a boring color? This is
Yeah,
just
just-
for me now. that's
Jedi
I-
colors.
Well, so like blue, I'm imagining. I mean, fantasy is like different to everybody, but like let's say like blue is not it's a color that sticks out a lot. So he'd probably do something like in the, let's call it the warm brownish color spectrum, the tannish brownish spectrum of color.
So you're wearing a poncho of disguise right now.
Yeah. He's a very shapeless looking individual right now.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. All right. So everyone does their thing. They continue through. They get to kind of the nasty part of the city, and you pass a number of guards on your way, and you do come to La Casa de Hasper. And yeah, I mean you're there. Do you knock? Do you walk in? What?
Start with a soft knock, assuming no answer, would then proceed to a slightly louder knock, and then he would probably try the door without because he doesn't want to draw too much attention.
Sure. The slightly louder knock, you hear like a ugh, and then still nothing. So I assume you walk in and he's just kind of sitting down, head in his hand and just kind of going over his right eyebrow, and he kind of looks up at the four of you and he's like, "Oh, hello."
Good afternoon, Jasper. And he'll change his cloak back to something more fancy.
In my line of work, it's more like 5 o'clock in the morning right now.
Yes, and I do so apologize for ruining your morning. But I just wanted to say thank you, Jasper, for everything that you've done. We're going to be leaving town, and since I didn't do it last time and felt terrible about it, I wanted to make sure I really got to say goodbye to you this time, because I don't know when I'll be back.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and just looks at you and just says, "Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I'm glad you're okay. Wasn't sure how you were gonna make it after the mess that you all went to last time, but you all seem in good shape. Be safe."
Same to you. Stay out of trouble. It's looking pretty busy out there.
Well, there certainly are more guards in the city, but they don't seem to be giving me a problem. I think they're looking for certain peoples of interest.
Something tells me it may quiet down a bit after we leave.
I'm sure. How much time do you have?
I look at my digital watch.
I mean, you probably have an hour before she's finished, something like that. But
We have a little time. I'm just waiting for something to be finished at the blacksmith, actually.
all I need is a little time, Melly, Vale.
Oh, gods. And I think Echo will turn to the two of them, to Melly and Vale, and say, "Very little time."
I think Melly will have turned hot tomato red.
Vale, I think, just kind of chuckles a little bit. Nothing, he just doesn't take him seriously.
I'm just kidding. Relax. Come on.
You need a lot of time, don't you, Jasper?
Exactly.
Yes, there it is.
I'm a professional after all.
Jasper, how often are you familiar with a man named Oscar? Oscar's Oddities?
I've seen the shop. Never visited myself. Well, people say I'm odd enough already, so I don't think I need any of Oscar's oddities.
Sure. I think Vel just kind of looks at the three of you guys, and then turns back and says, "As you can guess, he's a little strange. I was wondering if you happen to be in the neighborhood, if you could just check in on him from time to time." Not. I don't know. I just think he. Just to see if he's all right.
Sure. I don't see why not. Be nice to make another friend in town.
I appreciate that very much.
Of course. Don't say I never did anything nice for you.
I would never. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to say to him or not.
Nothing myself. Besides the goodbye.
Yeah, I don't think Melly has anything to say.
Yeah, he'll hug whoever is receptive, and just wish you good luck. And he'll say if you're like getting ready to leave, he'll say to Echo again, "If you're ever in trouble, if you need anything at all, let me know."
Echo will kind of fix his collar and then say, "Same goes for you, my friend."
Jasper out of vodka does not get in trouble.
No, never.
I am trouble. And don't you forget it, he looks at Melly and says that.
How could I ever?
Alright. So I guess with that, let's just take a quick break and we'll return shortly. If you have any questions or anything, just ask them in chat and we'll answer them as we get back here. So thanks for hanging out. So you say your goodbyes, you head out, and as you're kind of looking at the groups of people that are walking around, you see that one of the guards is just wearing a nicer armor. It's a bigger dude. Mac, you definitely recognize him as the one who was in the room with Baraka Obamius, whatever, I don't remember. I always got the name wrong every time for whatever reason. But with the Lord of whom you assassinated, he was in that same room. And you notice him talking with a group of guards.
So I am back in disguise, by the way. I don't know, like, if we really talked about that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we would re-up it.
I assume, yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh no, you didn't say it, you know. Do you do anything? Do you say anything? Do you just move business as usual, or?
Definitely give eyes to the others, just to be like, You notice this?
I mean, how far away are we? Like,
You know, like
if I mentioned something to them, would he be able to hear it? You
no,
know.
he's like 60 feet away. He's not like staring at you or anything.
The main guard that was in the room is over that way. And I just kind of give like a subtle nod.
I believe this is the second time that you saw him here too. I think you saw him the last time you were with Jasper, actually.
Yeah, I think it is. Now, granted, they would recognize him as well because they all went into that room.
He jumped out the window and chased after you.
Oh, that's right. Well, no, that's good though because that means that he wouldn't recognize any of them.
You said it, not me.
So, like, the 2 times we've seen this guy, he's been near Jasper.
I mean, he's just been in this part of town. He's not necessarily like, it's not like he's
All right.
posted outside of Jasper's house or anything like that.
Just
It's
confirming if that was significant or not.
Yeah, no, that you don't feel like he's staking out Jasper's place or anything like that. It's just, it was when you were in this area.
What do you think we should do? He's looking at Mac, but it's addressed to everyone.
Personally, I think we should kind of ignore it and just Muga do our own thing, but just staying aware.
We on the same side of like the street as him? Like, are we gonna have to walk past him?
No, I don't think you're not going to have to walk past him.
Either that or that conversation that I just had with Echo may not happen. With no more assassinations. Your choice. I say we move on.
Probably best not to upset the balance if we don't have to.
Let's try not to cause more trouble here if we can help it.
My thoughts
I
exactly.
agree.
We're already going to Rhododendron.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know what? Michael, give yourself an inspiration point for that. Because it made me happy. All right, so you head back and go to pick up the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll say you get there like you're pretty prompt. You know, you get there exactly 2 hours later. You know, the exact time frame she said she would be. She's in there. She's waiting for you. She's like, "Oh, what took you so long? I've been waiting for you for hours."
Haha. Very funny, Bobby. But I really do hope I wasn't keeping you long.
That's quite all right. You compensated me well enough for it. And I will say I'm pretty proud of my work. And she presents it to you, and it does, like, it looks great. She has kind of reworked the blade so that it's extended a little bit, and it's not a little bit. I mean, it's extended a lot. So where the staff piece that was like broken and destroyed is now kind of sanded down nice and polished, and you do see that it has all right, so I have an idea of where it would be, but before I say that, let me just ask you, would you want that to be more discreet or more like all up in its business, the engravings?
So I'll say that Echo never specified that.
Mhm.
So I think I would like to leave that up to your vision of it.
Okay. So it's the engraving is kind of towards the bottom by the hilt, where it has the one name on one side and the other name on the other side, and it's written in this really, really nice calligraphy kind of style. And then she's also kind of just put these just some more kind of engravings on the side, not like words or anything, it just looks a little bit nicer. And the handle is right around the same size as the blade, so I don't know. It's a weird looking weapon, but she's made a sheath for it as well. And to anyone who's like, 2 hours is nowhere near enough time to do anything like this. Well, magic. So go be a nerd somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, you did this to his staff. That is magic, so you'd have to have magic to work it, right? Done. Boom.
Staff wasn't magic.
Staff wasn't magic. It's really embarrassing.
That's not the one that Owen gave him?
No,
it's the
broken piece that he received from someone else. I almost said it.
I wasn't even trying to bait you, but I would love that.
No, I know.
Evan, get more to drink. Okay.
But the like kind of engravings that she put on the side, it almost looks like waves, like water, on it. It's got a very cool look, and there is still a spot on there that has that. It looks burnt on the spot. It's just a dark spot in the wood, but it's nice. It's set up. It's ready for you to go. It feels comfortable in the hand. You're able to do some little with it if you wanted to, whatever. But yeah.
I think Echo would kind of move it a little, but then it's obvious that he's not used to handling a weapon like that. You can tell he's got he's dexterous, but he's just never handled a weapon like this before.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll sort of hold it. He'll kind of look at it from all angles and look at the engravings and smile, place it back into its sheath, and start trying to work it onto his belt. And then he'll just say, it's perfect. It's more than I possibly could have asked. Thank you.
You're very welcome. If there's anything else you need, you know where to find me.
There's one more custom piece, and we're leaving in about 30 minutes, so... All right, that was a bad joke. I'm gonna head out.
She just kind of gives you a blank stare. It went over her head for a second, and she was thinking how am I gonna be able to finish that in time? And then she realizes, she's like, oh, okay, all right. You're a joker, aren't you? Okay. Well, may the blade serve you well.
I know it will.
Use it with good judgment.
He'll just sort of solemnly nod to that.
All right. Does anyone else, anything that they want to do? Did we forget to get a pair of wooden shoes or some floss or whatever?
I'm good.
Okay. Cool. After a quick and effective shopping session, you've found all the things you need, and we'll pick up from there next week. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just kidding. All right, so you're getting ready to head out on your journey. Are you gonna just leave? Do you want to look at your map and try to plot the best course or anything, or figure any of that stuff out? Or are you just gonna travel in that direction?
I think we would just, we have to go south a little bit, right? And then can head east. Is that I
I
understand.
mean, looking at the map, it looks like there's a road or something that leads all the way down.
Are you talking about the kind of the thing that like ends at Odeslo?
Yes.
That is, well, yeah, that's fine. That's a road. Okay. All right. So, so you're just gonna travel along that road and that main road and go through the Pearl Bowl wilderness.
I would say
to
yes,
Centrum.
unless anyone else has a issue with that.
All right.
Echo don't know no better, so he agrees.
Who's
Yeah,
leading the
I
way?
think it's fine. Just taking a quick look. But
I think I missed a little bit because my internet got funky, but Melly would either lead the way or help lead the way.
I mean, she's been
Alrighty
our
then.
guide, so
Melly's got the map.
So, why don't you make a survival check for me, Miss Melly? It seems like Mac usually helps out, doesn't he?
someone always
He
does.
usually does.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sometimes.
natural 20, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
so
you,
that
I
was
mean,
survival.
that was survival.
So it was 25
25
total.
So you kind of you and Mac are like looking over the map, and you plot a course, and you find the best way basically to get to that road and everything, and to start heading down, and so you begin to do so. How much supplies do you guys have? You have rations, right?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have rations, and then I don't know how much of like the food that we have left from the dragon. I know it's been a while, but we've been in town.
I have 9
So-
days, but if we had calculated how long it would have taken beforehand, I think.
You would expect the journey to, I'll say with Melly's natural 20, you would expect the journey to take 2 to 3 weeks, something like that.
Hmm.
Unless you're like trying to fly there and like sprint and run as fast as you can. If you're moving at like a careful pace and not tiring yourself out, probably be about 2 weeks.
We don't want dysentery, so I say let's let's do the.
You lost your oxen.
Yeah. So I don't know. Would want to get like 30 days worth of rations and just do our thing.
Okay. Rations. Where's the prices for that? We'll figure. I don't want to wait for
Okay.
you guys I don't want you guys to wait for me to look that up.
It's a half a gold per ration.
Okay. Thank you.
So 15
That's
gold.
perfect.
Beautiful. 15 gold.
Yeah. So just subtract 15 for each of you. If you're buying a new 30, or whatever that would come out to, I trust you to figure out what it is. Half a gold piece per ration. So whatever you need for however many days of rations you're doing, I trust you. Let's see.
The only thing Val would just mention before we go is if we wanted to try and just go along the mountain range to avoid the main roads. If we thought there was any value there. But I think he's fine either way. Just is, Imperial checkpoints are more likely to be on the road itself, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Vale definitely would have a lot of experience with Imperial checkpoints, and Melly would know that traveling along the mountain ranges could add another 3 to 7 days to the trip.
Did we have a time frame with Master Dinoa? I don't think we did, right?
There was nothing specific he said, no.
Okay.
He didn't make it seem like you need to get here immediately or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just.
I'm currently dying.
So then, yeah, I think if we take the road and Vale can sniff out an Imperial checkpoint ahead of time or know of any ahead of time, he would just be keeping his eyes extra peeled for that.
Okay, so that's what everybody wants to do.
Unless you guys want to do the mountain range.
Oh,
Is he still here?
I am. Did my video go out?
It did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure you were still there, and if you had something you wanted to say that you had an opportunity to. I'm not forcing you to have an opinion on it. All right, so the road or mountain? Let me get a show of hands for the road.
Road versus mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Max says road.
Max says road.
Echo says
Echo
road.
says road.
Vale really is kind of not. Doesn't care. Just wanted to bring up the thought.
Melly, road or mountain?
Road.
Okay.
Road it is.
So you're taking the road.
I mean, I feel like we have disguises and that we're not gonna match what they're looking for much at all, so
Yeah, Vale goes for a human disguise instead of an elven disguise.
Sure.
For that reason.
So one thing that Vale would know, I will just add to this, just because of his expertise. If you are stopped at a checkpoint, they're gonna want to see some sort of passport style thing, just stating who you are and where you're from and that sort of nonsense. You're pretty good with the forgery, so if you wanted to make them for
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
guys, you could.
I'm gonna do that for everybody. And depending on how much time that takes versus studying time and that much time on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna prioritize the forgery stuff first.
Sure.
and since we're traveling, I don't know if you'd let me do this while we're traveling,
Mhm.
but I do have infiltration expertise, which you can unfailingly create false identities for yourself over the course of 7 days. If using the identity disguise, other creatures believe you'd be that person until obvious reason not to. So I would just say, while we're traveling, and obviously if we hit a checkpoint before the 7 days, but
Okay. So
at least
you're
for
kind of
myself.
Yeah, you'll take care of your own, and then Vale will kind of work out. Say Vale already has a number
Or has
of
his hair taken care of already. McLovin.
Okay.
I mean, don't worry about that one.
All right. Yeah. So, Mac, you after 7 days, you're able to create one for yourself, and I would say it's probably something that you would have started on already. So you fairly early on in the journey, you're able to get something set up. Actually, well, yeah, no, you're able to get something set up. So I'll let you decide whatever the details are with that. You could have fun with it. What are things that you guys would like to do on a journey? Give me some travel montage fun stuff.
I'll say that one thing that Echo at a certain point would be walking next to Mac. and would be asking him to help him with like the basics of handling a dagger. Because obviously he's got, he's quick, he's dexterous, he's got it, but it's just he's very familiar with the staff, he's familiar enough with the spear, but something about the one-handed dagger, it's eluding him.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Just a quick question for you. Do you not have proficiency with a dagger? Or I'm not sure if this is
Dagger's no. Dagger's a simple weapon,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
So I am fine to use it. I have proficiency
Okay.
in simple weapons.
All right.
And a simple weapon, I just want to clarify this, a weapon that I have proficiency with can be classified as a monk weapon, which means mechanically, if it does a d4 of damage, which I'm assuming it would, assuming a standard dagger, I can instead use my martial arts die for the damage, which means it should do a d6 currently.
Sure.
So
Yeah. All that's good. I wasn't sure if
this
if
is
I
not
had
me
figure
trying to
out, like, a training
cleverly.
thing for. No, that
Yeah.
would be okay if it was. I would just have to, I just have to figure out what it would be. But okay.
Yeah,
cool.
no. Yeah, it's nothing like that. It's more just flavor, I think.
Cool.
Having some fun with the idea.
Cool. So Echo's getting some dagger training from Mac, the expert. Melly, you're an adventurer. You've been all around the continent. What do you like about traveling? What are the things you look for? Like, what's a fun travel day? Or do you hate it?
So, Melly is definitely big into learning about like the things around her as she's traveling. So, I would imagine she's got like, the dummy's guide to what to eat and what not to eat in the wild. So she's definitely like not slowing down the trip, but foraging as they go. So it's like if she sees like, oh, these are like mushrooms that we can eat, she's definitely gonna like take a second, pick some mushrooms, put them in the bag of holding, and she'll probably do that periodically. Yeah, so that's what she would be doing during the traveling.
Vale would naturally be very curious about anything he could learn, but he would also be actually trying to learn about how Melly discovered she had magic and what that was like for her, and just that kind of stuff with everything that's gone on. There was a few things that Oscar said in particular about divine beings being left behind. So he's just like it might even seem like at first like everything's just normal, but then it might even seem like, why do you want to know this stuff eventually? But yeah, that's what he would be doing a lot of, I think.
Okay, so you're gonna interrupt her reading through the forager's field guide to finding fun.
I think he would just be helping. He would just be helping to find mushrooms. Yeah, finding fungus. Yeah, well done. He would just be helping and just along for the ride, but then just the small talk in between.
Sure.
Kind of thing.
Melly, do you wanna like shed a light on any of that kind of stuff, or I mean, if you want to say like that's something between the two of you and you're not gonna RP it or whatever, or explain any of it, that's okay. But if you want to explain it, that's cool too. It's up to you.
Fine for either.
Also, don't want to put you on the spot. If you're not ready to and you want to explain it another time, that's totally okay.
Let's say for this time around, it's just between Melly and Vale. Not that like she's trying to be secretive, but yeah. So I'll type to you, Jake, later.
Okay, yeah, however you want to do that's fine.
Cool. Mac, anything specific aside from obviously you're making the passport identity thing, but anything else?
Not really. I mean, other than just teaching Echo.
Okay. Jake, what's really? Oh, go ahead.
I don't know how to say. And you can see that Mac is actually getting really passionate about that. Like,
Cool. That's awesome. Jake, what's one really cool thing that Vale sees along the way?
Ooh. One really cool thing that Vale sees along the way.
It doesn't have to be like objectively cool. It could just be something that made you smile.
Mm-hmm. This might sound cheesy, but Echo coming out of his shell a bit, and him and Mac kind of just feeling like there's a little bit normalcy in things again. I feel like it would just really warm his heart and feel like, okay, the anxiety's coming down a bit, even though they're heading into the heart of the Empire.
Sure.
Just like, this is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Does anyone else want to answer that question? Let me throw that out at you.
Something that each of us might have seen,
Yeah, something
or
that
like
you
any
saw.
of us might have seen.
Yeah. Yep. And you don't have to. It's just,
Still wintertime?
it is still wintertime. It's not like it's still wintertime. It's definitely a lot warmer than it was when you were way up north, and it does seem like you might be on the way out of winter, but it is still wintertime currently.
you know, as we're traveling, Mac makes a friend with a squirrel. And it just kind of like keeps up with us as we're going because I keep feeding it every day. And the squirrel's name is Pistachio.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay.
I actually feel like Vale is finding the mundane kind of good too. Like, just if we passers-by, like he's just feeling like, all right, there is, for as crazy as life has gotten. I don't know. I think it's just grounding him.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, after you guys have been going like nonstop with some pretty crazy and brutal and nasty things that have been happening. So to just have some time where it's really just like it's been so far it's been a week and nothing bad has happened, just traveling, just enjoying nature and trying to stay warm, making squirrel friends. Give me one quick second, and
Okay.
if anyone else wants to say anything they saw, you can go for it, and then we'll get back into it.
Well, so one thing that Mac has done, why he got the sandpaper, was for the new daggers, he's kind of just like roughing them up just slightly and just making it so they're not like extremely shiny or like new looking, just kind of like buffing down any of the glossy
He's got a
or shiny
reputation to
edges, and then also like when he does have a chance to be himself, he's kind of even like standing them down, adjusting the handles just slightly for his hands as well. But just they can't look too clean.
Yeah.
Kind of like when he was rubbing dirt on his new armor that he got.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good stuff.
It's gonna get messy. You're gonna use it. You want to do that on your own terms.
Exactly.
Don't want anyone thinking you're a noob either. Mac, roll me a d20.
That is a 17.
17. All right. And Jake, you don't have access to ritual casting, do you?
No, I don't. That's not a Eldritch
Okay.
Knight. Or actually, is it? I
Don't think it is a warlock thing.
I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure it's not there.
Okay. No problem. Can you roll me 2 d20s, Jake?
For me, okay.
Or someone else roll them for?
I got it. A 17 and a 1.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you've passed your first Imperial checkpoint. All the IDs went over well. You know, they believed them. No issues there. And Jake, after you know, a week of kind of once you go back to like reading the book and everything, you can give yourself the ritual casting feat, as you've learned a whole lot from
Okay.
the Archwizard's book.
Oh, that's so cool.
I told you it was going somewhere.
Plus, it also feels really like something Vel would want to do anyway. Do I have to pick a specific? I have to pick a specific class. So, I'm assuming wizard. It was a wizard's book.
Yeah.
Okay. And I get to pick 2 spells. Can I pick them later, or?
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, do we need to take a couple minutes so everybody could get back in business, fixed up, set up?
She says,
Well, we
"Nah,
think-
carry on.
I'll carry on. All right. Always the trooper.
Keep
Remember
on."
forever ago when I was talking about the I'm sorry. Remember forever ago when I was talking about how the cups / mugs that Oscar gave you were like these really cool, nice things, and I was like, I have one of them. I was trying to show you and I couldn't find it. Well, it was exactly where it was supposed to be, exactly where I thought it was. It looks like this. It's like a little guy.
Very
like
pretty.
that.
I really like that.
So there's that.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, so with your 17 Mac, you notice something kind of like moving about in the just in some taller grass near you. It's got this kind of just slow movement and
Does it seem like it's tracking us or following us?
It-
Or hunting us?
it does seem like it's moving towards you, yeah. Like you're walking, you're continually walking, and you still kind of notice that this thing is in the grass, trying to keep pace. It's fallen a little bit behind, but it's still.
Echo, I don't know if you've noticed it, but it seems like there might be something following us or stalking us. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something that's been in the grass, it seems, for a little while now. It's a little bit back at the moment, but it seems to have been keeping pace with us for a good little bit.
What do you think we should do?
I don't know. I don't know if we should confront it or just kind of stay on guard. I don't know if it's an animal or, a creature or a person or whatever.
I think maybe we should see. Maybe we should see what it is. I don't like the idea of something following us.
Bale, Melly, and I kind of call them over as well. There's been something following us in the grass for a little bit now, long enough that it's not just a coincidence. I don't know if it's a creature or a person or what, but
Let's go check it out.
so I guess we'll start heading in that direction.
Definitely what Vale would do. Like, okay, let's see what it is.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Lo siento. So after noticing that there's something that's been following you, and you hear it kind of, and almost see it kind of moving through the brush, the group decides to check it out and find out what it is. How do you approach this thing? The grass is probably about 2 feet tall.
I think we'd be following Mac's lead because he's the one who's seen it and kind of tracked it. I would guess.
I mean, I would have daggers out, not even just prepared, but out and ready.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of moving quietly. I'm not gonna say fully stealth, but trying to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And I would maybe have us just spread out just a little bit.
Okay.
As we're going through the grass.
And Val would draw his bow.
Okay. But you are approaching and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, until I can tell what it is, I would keep approaching.
As you get, roll perception for me. As you get closer and closer.
It is a 23.
Okay.
Helps when you have a +8 for perception.
I was knowing you made that one of your expertise stats.
yes, it is.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, as you get closer, you start to hear and I mean, I would say that it sounds like some sort of snake, and as you kind of pick up on what it sounds like, you start to realize that the movements that it had and kind of what you were noticing in the grass, it definitely seems like it could be a snake.
Well, so then Mac is gonna pull out his parcel tongue and ask the snake what it thinks it's doing. But everyone else just hears.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm here for this.
I was not aware that you spoke our tongue.
I'm a man of many things.
And like you see it start to kind of like get up like more as you know, and kind of raise above, and everyone else can now see that they're like, I mean, I'm sure you would have assumed by the sounds that he was making, but you see that there's a very large snake in the grass, and it says to you, "Why are you here?"
We are just traveling through.
Are you friend?
We have no desire to harm you.
Do you have desire to help?
Yes. I know when things like that with Mac is a total wild card. Like, no, we gotta keep going.
Peace.
It will just say, "There's the darkness in these woods. I cannot stop it, but it's killing the wildlife, making things bigger than they're supposed to be. Attacking innocent people.
We will do what we can. But please don't eat my squirrel friend Pistachio. He's off limits.
If you help us, he's off the table."
And so I kind of turn to the group. The snake says there's some sort of darkness in the woods that is killing all of the animals and is asking for our help.
Where is it?
And then I kind of like it, I'll ask the snake. Around where is this darkness?
Deeper in the woods.
Would you be able to show us the way?
Yes, just follow south.
He said it's deeper in the woods towards the south, and he would be willing to lead us there.
I think we should help if we can. No?
I think we should. I mean,
I agree.
I
We
kind of
definitely
look
should
at
help.
Echo. I'm not trying to delay or put off what we're doing at all. But when
No,
something
no.
is in need, it's hard to not do something about it.
Exactly right. And he'll smile at that and nod in agreement.
And then I'll turn back and say, lead the way.
And it kind of turns around and starts to slither through the through the grass, into the trees, into the thick of it, as they say. The thick of it. And yeah, I mean, it just continues down south. Yeah, Jake, it starts slithering.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it just continues down. You're following this thing for probably like a half hour. You know, we'll say minutes go by, minutes turn into a half hour turns into 45 minutes.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Mhm.
are we going super off the path that we want to be traveling? Like, are we going the opposite direction, or?
So, do you have the map up?
Nope.
Okay. So it's like he's going. So there's a body of water, kind of. You're gonna end up having to cross a bridge at the end of this road, and that'll get you into Odeslo. He's leading you kind of towards the shore, but like way west of where you were, like of where the bridge would be. I mean, you're kind of like halfway through the journey anyway, so it's not. It's like, yes, you're going in kind of in the right direction, kind of in the wrong direction. Like it's you're not on the road anymore. You're like into the woods, so you're not going the same direction as the road. You're going down, but down will eventually get you in the general direction of where you need to be. It's like yes and no. He is leading you off the path. Absolutely leading you off the path, but.
Okay. All right.
And Mac is in Mac form right now, by the way. Just
In Mac form?
he's in Mac form.
Okay, yeah, all right, I got you. As opposed to the disguise.
Yes.
I think unless we have to be disguised, I would just keep it in regular form too.
Yeah. All right. So as you kind of get further into the woods, since Melly's your go-to alligator who likes to travel, why don't you roll a survival check? I'm sorry, what was that?
An 8.
Okay. So, you're starting. It gets like almost. It's almost like it's disorienting. Like, you know, just going into these woods, and it's kind of you're towards the point where you can't see the road, and you're kind of like in the middle of the woods, and everything looks the same. And the snake kind of continues to go. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Max is 18.
15 for Vale.
15?
13 for Echo.
11 for Melly.
Okay. And what is like, who's everyone following? Like, obviously you're following the snake, but like, what's the marching order for the most part? I think usually it's Melly, but in this case, I kind of feel like it might be Mac.
I would think it would be Mac.
Yeah, I think
mean-
Vale would be in the rear.
I think Echo's probably behind Mac.
Okay.
Melly behind Echo.
Okay. So you kind of there's like a small hill that you start to go up, and the snake goes up ahead of you. You can't see it on the other side at this point, and as you continue to go up, yeah, that's perfect, Jake, because you guys are like,
Didn't realize you brought it up. Sorry.
it's all good. You're probably, if you're on that map, you're probably like somewhere in the E section of Pearl Bow. We'll say the E or the P.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Making good progress.
Yeah. Natural 20 on your survival, on Melly's survival. So Mac, you kind of feel like just with your experience and what you do, you get a weird, funny feeling about what might be on the other side of this, and as you like cautiously move forward, you see that what this snake has led you to is a pit that would have been on the other side of that had you not been paying attention, that you would have just stepped right into. It looks like it has to be about 50 feet deep, and you just hear this well, when you see this, what do you do?
I mean, I would probably like hold my hand up to everyone behind, like make sure that they don't just pass me and stumble on into it. And then I would kind of just survey it.
Sure. So, like, just kind of looking around, trying to see what it is, what it's about, and all that kind of stuff.
Especially if I can't see the snake anymore.
Yeah, you can't see the snake anymore. And say as you like look around, maybe you like kick a small rock into it or something along that, or whatever you do, maybe disturb some dirt around the end of it. Something falls down to the bottom, and when it lands, you just hear this as if there's just like a lot of snakes at the bottom of there. Like, we're talking Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, snakes in the bottom of this pit. You get the feeling that this snake was trying to lead you into it.
Well, I think it might be a trap.
Do you still have like speak with animals up?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I mean, but I wasn't speaking to them at that point, but
Yeah. Well, oh no, I know that, but like,
yeah.
you could
I mean,
understand.
the second that I hear like and heard more of them, I would have, if it had worn off, I would have recast it. But I think because we were following him, I would have been keeping it active
Yeah,
the entire time.
that was my assumption too, especially since it's an at-will thing for you. It's not like a
Right.
you know, you just you hear the snakes at the bottom just say, "Join us," and they're all kind of asking you, begging you to come down to the bottom.
This wasn't what was discussed. and you guys see me like reaching in my backpack for one of my little oil flasks. Tearing off a little strip of like a little strip of cloth, like putting it into the oil flask.
You like Vale's a little farther away from everybody, but
What,
like, yeah.
what does everybody do as they're like seeing Mac, begin to you know what he's gonna do, right? I mean, you see what he's working on. Anyone care or say anything, or they're just letting him kind of?
Vale's just keeping watch.
Okay.
Echo definitely takes like a half step back and then pulls out his new shiny dagger.
Okay. And what's everyone's distance from each other currently?
I'm 10 feet
You say,
behind
like-
whoever's in front of me.
Like you're 10 feet behind whoever's in front of you?
Yeah, like the next person.
Okay.
I think if it's Melly or Echo.
Probably still about 5 feet behind Mac.
Okay.
Haven't gotten too far.
Millie, how far behind Echo do you think you are? Or are you just like in
10
line?
feet.
10 feet. Okay. All right. So, Mac, as you get your fire lit and you're ready to.
I haven't lit it just yet.
Okay. All right.
Just getting it ready.
Okay. All right. As you're getting it ready, from the brush, a massive constrictor snake comes out, and everyone just hears like, but Mac understands this to be not so fast, and it's going to it was hidden. Your 18 was your passive perception?
Yes.
Yeah, it was hidden. It's gonna pop out and attempt to constrict Mac.
Now, I will say this, and I don't know if you want me to roll for it, so I'm gonna just throw it out there. You did ask what I wanted to do the second that I got to there, and I
Yeah.
did say that I wanted to survey it. So I don't know if you want me to roll for perception to
Yeah,
see
roll
if I would see something.
Roll perception. I was thinking you were talking about the pit itself, but if you meant the area, roll for perception.
I mean, I would like, I if it was like behind me, no, I would not have seen it. But if it was like, you know, either whether the pit was and like sides, then yes. So I don't know exactly where he's
It's
popping
like
out from.
popping out from one of the trees, like a little to your left, but in front of you to the left. So it is in front of you. It's not down below in the pit. It's up above in the tree. But like if you would have checked your surroundings, like you could absolutely roll perception. Like that's fine. That's not.
I would say that I would, just because of the fact the second the pit's there, it would make me think there's some sort of trap,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think
or
that-
something funky's going on.
That makes perfect sense. So you could roll perception.
Yeah, but that's only a 16. So.
Okay. Yeah. So it still beats that. It was a 19 to beat. But yeah, it drops down out of this tree and attempts to attack Mac. So that is it's a 23 to hit.
Just barely hits.
Which will deal 12 bludgeoning damage. And Mac is now grappled and restrained. Right? Is grapple once the creature is restrained? Yeah, okay. Let's see. There are 2 more snakes that begin to come out on the other sides. One of them goes for Melly, which is probably going to be a miss. That is a 12 to hit.
That hit.
That hits. Okay. All right. So 8 piercing damage, and then roll a con save.
Well,
Well, okay. So that was a success.
Whew.
Yeah, it's not too hard to beat. And you will take 5 points of poison damage. Next one, gonna come up and go for Mr. Vale. That is also probably gonna be a miss. Probably. Been wrong before. Very recently, actually.
It happens.
That one is it's an 11 to hit.
11 is a miss, even with he's got his bow out, not his shield.
Sure. Yeah. So it tries to go after you, and you just kind of whoop, and just kind of like move out of the way, and you see this nasty looking thing just. With that, everybody roll initiative.
Here we go, baby.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's not bad.
I say
That's a
8.
I got a 19 for Vale.
Okay. So I have
Izzy's just
18.
laughing. So-
18 for Echo. Was that 8 for Mac?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, what was Vale?
19.
19 for Vale. Melly?
this is the first time this has ever happened. Melly got a 21.
Very nice.
Yes!
Okay. Okay. And the other, the 3 snakes got a natural 20 on initiative, which is why I went, oh boy. So, being that you all had the surprised condition for that first round, they are going to end up going again. Which I believe Max Snake can constrict again. Can I bite again? I say, he'll bite. Which is going to be a 25 to hit. And that will deal 10 points of piercing damage. Melly's snake rolled a natural 2, so that's just going to be a miss as it tries to bite you and just kind of like snaps in front of your face, and you're like, whoop. And Vale's snake. That is a 23 as it constricts you as well.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. It's only going to deal 9 points of bludgeoning damage, but you are grappled and restrained. And it's Smelly's turn.
Fabulous. I just need 1 second to read this thing really quick because I can never remember how many. Where is it? There it is.
All good. You're in the middle. Trees all around you. There's a poisonous snake in front of you. There's a big constrictor-looking snake that has Mac in its grip. You know, it's wrapped around him, and there's another snake just like that one. It has Veil.
Okay. Perfect. So, let's see. I'm going to. Oh man, how far away are they from me?
Veil is 10 feet away from you, and Echo is 10 feet away from you. Mac is 15 feet away from you.
Oh my gosh, you guys are too far away.
Veil said he wanted to be 10 feet away. You said you wanted to be 10 feet away from Echo.
Ugh. Well, I mean,
What are you
that's
looking to do?
well, so I wanted to cast Freedom of Movement on both of you, but I can't do that because I can't extendo my arm. So Melly is gonna run over to Mac, and
So just quickly, just so you know, I'm sure you're already aware of this. You have the other snake right in front of you, so you will provoke an opportunity attack if you just run out of its reach.
yeah, I don't think that there's anything that wait, what is that? Oh, okay, so if I'm not gonna do that other thing, okay, so first, I'm sorry, I was trying to think about what I wanted to do, but then I realized I couldn't do what I wanted to do. Quicken Spell. Okay, alright, so I am first going to do Quicken Spell for Blade Ward, and that casts on myself. So it's my bonus action, and then so I'm gonna provoke an attack of opportunity to run to Mac.
That is. Okay, that is. Where the heck is the attack? 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Right. Okay, so that is going to be 8 points of piercing damage, and make a con save.
So that 8, because of Blade Ward, is reduced because I'm resistant during the period of Blade Ward to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Oh wait, but that's weapon attacks. Never mind.
It still counts.
Oh, it does?
'Cause
Okay.
The bite is considered a melee weapon attack, so.
Oh.
it's-
Okay. So that's going to be only 4. And
that's-
then... Right, because you said 8 for the piercing?
Mhm.
Okay, and then roll this. That's another 12.
All right, that's another success. So you will take. 11. You have 5 points of poison damage.
Okay, and then... Is there anywhere that Melly can, like, run to where she's roughly 30 feet away from all of the enemies?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to kind of like run into the woods, like, you know, between like trees and stuff into the unknown. But yeah, you could absolutely do that. Which
Well, I
direction
guess-
would you like to run in? We'll say Mac is to your left, Veil is to your right, Snake's down right in front of you, and above you there's nothing.
So when you say above me is nothing, is that the pit?
No, the direction that Mac is in is the pit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I want to try to be outside of the snake's range. Actually, hold on. If I move, am I within the snake's range that's attacking Mac right now?
Right now, you're not. No.
Okay. So I guess the direction that nothing else is in. I can't remember how many feet
Well,
I moved.
actually, I mean, you moved out of its reach, but where did you move to?
From,
You moved towards Mac, or
yeah. So
Okay.
because I have to be able to touch him to cast freedom of movement.
okay.
So
So
I was-
you're. I mean, at that point, you would have moved to 10 feet. So you're like where Echo is. You're right up next to Mac now. You could, if you wanted to touch Mac, you could. You're out of range of the snake that was below you now, and as far as you know, you're not in range of the constrictor. But either way, it's wrapped up around Mac. So I wouldn't.
yeah, so I just want to move, like, I guess 5 feet more away from the snake.
Okay. Yeah, you
and
can do that.
yeah, so after I cast freedom of movement, then I'll move those 5 feet, and that'll end my turn.
Sure. All right, you've casted freedom of movement on Mac. What does that mean?
That means that. Sorry, I have to scroll to it. So, for the duration of the spell, which is 1 hour, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects cannot reduce the target's speed. The target can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled.
All right. Very nice move, Melly. So as you you move away and get to the place where you want it to be, does that end your turn?
Yes.
Having freed Mac, well, giving Mac the opportunity to free himself. All right. That will bring us to Vale. Vale is you're being squeezed by this giant snake. You are restrained.
Mhm.
You can attempt to break free if you like.
I think I'll take the easy way this time.
Yeah, all right. I was about to say, but I wager you have another idea.
It's just a verbal thing. Plus, I don't know how sometimes that works if it's just a racial ability, but he Misty Steps. He's got a 30-foot range, so he's, if I understand correctly, he's about 20 feet from Echo, Mac, and that constrictor, right? Because there was 10 feet between Melly and them, and then 10 feet between him and Melly.
Yeah.
So he's going to position himself. How far away can he position himself in between Melly and the rest of the snakes with that? Yeah, right?
You can do that. Mhm.
All right, so that's going to be his first move. That was his bonus action.
Mhm.
And the one that has Mac is like a lot bigger than the others, right?
It's a similar size to the one that had you. It's a little bigger though.
All right. I don't think Vale knows exactly what's happening, so he's just going to, for the first time in this campaign, and my first time ever, actually, I'm going to use Sharpshooter and attack the snake that has Mac.
Nice.
So,
Please don't hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Natural
luck.
one.
Natural 1 on my con check. No.
There you go.
14 plus 6 is 20, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And that's including the what you lost for sharpshooter, right?
It normally would have been a 25, yeah.
All right. Yeah, dirty 20 hits, Mr. Jake.
All right. I rolled a 2, but I still do 17 magical piercing damage.
Okay. Do you want to use Piercer to reroll that?
Yeah, just because. bumped it up 4 more, so that's 21 piercing, magical piercing on it.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of it goes straight into you know, a portion of the snake, and just it's just in there, and you see it kind of like jerk a little bit, and Mac, you kind of feel it, and you know it squeezes you a little bit harder in that moment. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jake. What was the total again? 20 what?
21.
21. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's gonna do it again.
Okay. With sharpshooter again.
Sharpshooter again.
Cool.
That is not as strong for a 10.
For 10 misses.
10 misses. Okay.
So just it still hits the snake, but it just kind of hits a harder part on it, and just, you know, you see your arrow kind of just break and fall, and as it lands into the pit, you just hear.
Okay. I'm just debating if I want to do something. So, how many snake are there? There's 2 snakes in between us. In between Echo and Mac. There's the one grabs him, and then there's 2 more.
So you have the one that's currently held on to Mac.
Mm-hmm.
You have another one, which is where you came from.
Yeah.
And then you have the other one that at this point is probably 15 feet away from you, which is the one that originally attacked Melly.
Yeah. I think Vale's just actually... I'm just going to action surge and do this whole thing again.
Okay. Attacking the same snake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure Vale would know that Mac can be free. But that's not bad. That's a 19 with the +6.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. It's again 6 plus 15, so 21 magical piercing.
Okay.
And we shall repeat.
Yeah, just...
Yeah. And again with sharpshooter, same.
Okay.
Actual 19, so that's probably gonna do the trick. 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So 5 plus 15. That's 20 more magical piercing damage.
Yeah, you got it. As it kind of like, as these 3 arrows hits it, it goes to like snap in your direction as like a threat to you, and your arrow just goes right through its mouth, and Mac, you immediately feel it release from you, and you're able to catch a breath. Anything else, Jacoby?
No, no. I don't think you would do anything else there.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Echo.
Echo's got his dagger out in his left hand, and he'll flip it to a reverse grip, which is made very easy to do by the length of the hilt. And it feels, he notices that it feels, you know, he's been like playing around a lot with Mac, so a lot of that is kind of coming to fruition now. So he takes his handle, his dagger in a reverse grip, will run to the nearest snake.
For you, it's the poison snake on the bottom that was attacking Melly.
Yes, that is the one that he would go toward, especially seeing. So Melly kind of had to run past that one to leave. So whichever one would pose the most threat to her specifically, I think.
Sure.
So yeah, he'll just sort of run at this snake and kind of running at a low, low run, and then just go to jab that knife in there.
Sure. Roll your attack.
Okay. That's a plus. What do I have for this? I added it in plus 9 to hit, which is lovely. So that's a 24.
That'll hit.
That is 10 non-magical piercing damage. I would also like
10 what?
10 non-magical piercing damage.
You could do
It's
Huh?
magical?
It's magical. That's 11 magical piercing damage.
It's a +1 dagger? Yeah, no, I think that if that's something tangible, like, because this is probably the first time he's hit anything organic with this thing.
Yeah.
I think he'd have a real moment of like, like realizing that this thing was way sharper than it should have been for like where we're at right now.
Yep. And you actually, I mean, you realize that the poisonous snake, with that one hit, is dead.
Oh my.
Real big difference between constrictors and poison snakes in the
Yeah.
DMG for whatever reason.
Oh my gosh. So I think that he stabs into it with the left hand. It drops down. He reaches down, pulls it out with the right hand, and runs toward the next available snake for doing a kill on.
That's
And
the
he's-
one that had Veil to your left.
Okay, this is another constrictor.
Yep.
Okay, so he will attack the constrictor. Oh god, I almost dropped my thing. 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is 9. No, I'm sorry, 10 because it's +1. I have to change all my stuff on here. I'm all messed up. All right, so that's 10
Sorry.
magical piercing damage. And I would like to make this a stunning strike. He's trying to hit this thing in a specific location, and he's like driving it in with the other hand, with
Sure.
this sort of golden glow.
Okay. What do I have to do
So,
for stunning strike again? Just
A con save.
Con save.
It's fairly low. It's a 15.
It was a natural 3, so you're you're good.
That's not bad. That's not low.
That's pretty good. Okay, so so I imagine just like the other one that he killed, he stabs into this one and kind of rides its head down to the ground. And then how close is this one to the pit?
It's on the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
The one that was close to the pit is the one that had Mac.
Okay.
So how close it's it is
It's like 20, right?
10, 20 25 feet away from the pit, something like that. But you'd be throwing it in the direction of Mac and Vale and Melly, which might help Mac. But
Well, hold on. I have a thought. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do a flurry of blows. I will
Okay.
spend another key point to do a flurry. After riding it down to the ground, Echo's just gonna turn around and do like a flash kick, like Guile. For those who don't know, big backflip kick. So he's gonna do a big kick on this guy. That's a +10 to hit, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So it's 27 to hit.
That's it.
I would have advantage on that, so I want to see if I got a crit. No. And that'll be 10 magical bludgeoning damage, and I would like to impose that I push it back 15 feet, which would require a strength save, except that he is stunned and automatically fails strength saves. So I'm gonna kick him 15 feet toward the hole, and then
Okay.
run at him and do it again.
All right. Do you think?
25.
That's
to hit.
it.
Oh wait, let's see if it was a crit. I'm curious. No, it was not. All right, and 11 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And kick this guy into the pit.
Okay. So this snake just it gets thrown towards you, Mac. As you're catching your breath, it gets thrown towards you, and it starts to get thrown past you. Since you're up next, and this thing, you see it falling into the pit, would you like to try to do anything to it on its way down.
Can I light my flask of oil and chuck it in after it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can.
It may cause a forest fire, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. So as this snake falls down into the pit, it lands, and there's a, as all of these other snakes are smacked, and you light your little Molotov cocktail that you've created, and you see as it's falling and the pit is illuminated, there's just snakes everywhere. They're on top of each other. There's no room for them to move. There's so many snakes, and they're angry. And it lands, and fire explodes forth from it. Mac, what's your sneak attack damage nowadays?
I don't know. Hold on. It's 5d6.
Why don't you roll me 10d6?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's better than a fireball. Great.
It's 29.
29. Okay. So, 29 actually, fun fact, is exactly how many hit points that snake had left after Echo was finished with it. So, as it lands and just explodes in this ball of fire, it is kind of dark in this wooded area, and there's just this, and you just see this light come out from the pit. Mac, as you're so close to it, you feel this hot warmth on your face, kind of like you're standing right next to a fire, because you're standing right next to a fire. And, and you hear this snake and its dying breath say, "You can't stop us. There are more." And it's dead. All of the snakes in the pit are dead. You smell roasted snake. And the snake that was on you too, it just kind of slowly, as its lifeless body just falls, ragdoll style into the pit as well, and it catches fire. And they're dead.
Good golly.
I was not expecting that.
Is everyone all right?
Stupid snakes.
Where's Melly?
Standing right next to, or I guess 10 feet away from Mac. She's got a couple of puncture wounds, and it's a little oozy.
Are you okay, Melly?
I definitely got bit a couple of times. Felt a little woozy, but I think I'll be okay. Is everyone else all right?
Just a little bump and bruise, really. Nothing for me.
See Max kind of like spit some blood out. I might have a cracked rib or two, but I'm fine. Stupid constrictors.
I'm surprisingly great. And Echo's gonna toss his dagger to his left hand again, flip it to reverse grip, and slide it into the sheath on his hip.
And you just see Mac nod in approval.
Yeah. Echo will look right after that, just to like, yeah, I did that for Mac. So, presumably, going forward, we're not trusting snakes?
Yeah.
Might be a good policy.
Or at least kill all snakes who lie to us.
Hate writing off all snakes because of a bad snake, but
So, Josh, I'm curious. Were there any snakes that didn't end up in the pit that are just like dead on the ground?
Yeah, the poison snake.
Melly would like to skin it
Okay.
and help Mac collect poison. And I don't know this, but I'm assuming Melly would know this, if the meat is safe to eat or not.
the meat is safe to eat.
Okay. So she's gonna do her thing where she just tries to take everything she can.
Does Melly put on a pair of waders and just hop down into the pit?
I mean, they're kind of crispy
50
now.
feet down.
She can teleport too, so
Pretty cooked.
it's not even that
Pre-cooked
inconvenient.
meat.
Oh God.
Wow.
Does Melly?
Into the pit? I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Okay.
I think we'll just deal with the snake that's at ground level.
Okay. Roll me. Well, both of you are working on this, so each of you roll me a d20 with proficiency. Mac, I think you have double proficiency in this. I think.
You get a feat.
Yeah, you have the poison or feet.
20.
What was that?
I got a 20. Not natural.
Okay. All right.
21.
Okay. Yep. So you're easily able to get everything you can out of this. It's in very good condition. Mac, you feel like you have a good amount of the venom, so that you might be able to make some pretty good poison, and probably a good amount of it. Yeah. So I will say you kind of lost your bearings. It would be a little tough to get back to the road currently, and before dark. You do hear like running water nearby, like there's some sort of stream or something along those lines.
If there's another lady of the stream, we're still not talking to her.
Fine. You always do this.
The one time I talk to something and we go follow it, look what happens.
Can't blame him.
All right, okay, that's my fault. I'll take that.
I mean, I figured what are the chances a snake is going to think that I actually talked to it? Like that you would be able to talk to it, that then it would lead you to a trap. Like, I really didn't think that was going to happen.
Lunch. What dinner? Bikini.
You do that very well.
Mate's back on the menu, boys.
I would say we would go to the water and maybe set up camp for the night.
Definitely don't want to stay right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
That makes sense.
it takes you a little bit, but like as you get out of like the really thick woods and everything and towards this water, and you follow it a little bit, you see that there's a small town or hamlet ahead, and right along the water, and as you approach, you see that there's a party of men, maybe about like 10 of them, some young, most of them older, and they're getting together, and they have torches and kind of very poor arms and armaments. You hear them basically saying something about finding someone, and we'll pick up on there next week because it is 10:10. But that was fun. It's fun. You guys had your shopping session. You had a little speed run combat. But yeah, I mean, I had fun here. I hope everybody had fun here. Chat, I hope you had a good time. If you want to catch up on previous episodes, you can find them at youtube.com/JnJtabletop. Do command YouTube and it'll pop right up. I have a whole playlist with all the old episodes on there, so you can check them out, catch up, and if you want to hang out with us, you could follow all of us on the little tags right under our names. You could also go to the Discord and we'll hang out there. Until then, we will see you next time. I think we are canceled for next week, but we'll probably have something else going on at some point, so just stay tuned on Twitter and we'll have all the information, all of it, everything. So until then, thank you very much. Have a great day. Be excellent to each other. Wu-Tang, it's for the children.
Indeed.